everyone. We are making a vegetarian stew with Lion Pearl Barley and a couple of vegetables that's going to help us create a nice flavorful stew. You'll see that we're going to layer each flavor so that we build both complexity and ensure that it is a variation in texture. I'm also going to show you how we're going to combine the pearl barley and dombolo to make a complete protein for your vegetarian guests. Let's get started. I've got a hot pot, which I'm going to add some olive oil to. I've pre-chopped my garlic. And we are going to, as we prepare and finish our vegetables, we're going to toss them in. And give it a quick stir. Our onions are in, so let's go in with the celery. So I'm going to fairly thinly slice this, and I'm going to keep some of the celery leaves as a garnish. Do a little julienne, deep fry them to become crispy. Okay, that's in. We're going to go in with some leeks, fairly thinly sliced. Okay, in goes our leeks. At this point, I feel that my pot is a little bit dry. So I'm going to add some butter. You could use a margarine substitute or coconut butter, coconut oil rather. If you are a vegetarian, you might be still consuming dairy products. You might choose to still consume eggs. But if you don't ask those questions, you're not gonna know, is that they are vegan. So don't be afraid to ask for clarification, because they might have found things that they enjoy. So a stew is a stew, right? But the key to make it delicious, layering your flavor. So we've actually, if you go onto our website, under Chef's Toolbox, there is a guide as to the 9 steps of flavor. The next thing is, coincidentally, the next step, which is deglazing. So I'm using some white wine because at the bottom of the pot, all bits of caramelized flavor is stuck that we need to release. So the wine is going to help loosen and bring all that flavor to the forefront. For a vegetarian, you can do vegetable stock that you made yourself, or you could use a stock cube, whatever works that's in your kitchen. My potatoes are peeled, so I'm going to go ahead and chop them. This is the last of the vegetables. Then we're gonna add our pearl barley. You'll notice I'm not throwing away my potato skins. I'm going to make a garnish out of those. So in this recipe, my potatoes are going to serve as a lovely supporting actress to my Lion Pearl Barley. I'm going to crumble up a stock cube of Benny. So I'm just going to crumble a Benny chicken stock cube. So I'm going to add some liquid to it, and then we're going to let it simmer for about 30 minutes until all the vegetables are tender. The last step of this recipe is dombolo. So I quickly made a dombolo dough off camera. All it was a packet of yeast. I just bloomed it in some lukewarm water. Remember, always lukewarm. Added some of our Golden Cloud flour, a pinch of salt, a little bit of dried herbs. As you can see, the dough has a little bit of herbs speckled throughout. So I think that's going to look a little bit more interesting than just plain. Today, I am placing mine on top of my stew to steam, but you can also steam this separately. I'm going to add a little bit of butter or oil, anything that's just going to prevent the dough from sticking to your hands. And then I'm not going to do it the private school way. I'm going to do it the way people I've seen people do it, is literally squeezing the dough and place it on top of the stew. Okay. All my little balls are inside my vegetable stew. I'm gonna let them steam for about 20-25 minutes so that the dough gets a chance to cook through. You'll know that they are ready because they'll rise up to the top, they'll puff up quite a bit. And to be honest, you might have to sacrifice one to double check that the center of the dumpling is fully cooked. Our stew is now cooked. We are ready to plate. So I'm gonna lay down a bed of our gorgeous stew. Smells amazing. I am going to grab a little dombolo, our dumpling. Bon appétit!